Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well today. Today I'm going to be filming a bit of like a warm tone makeup look. Now that I dyed my hair and I've got this kind of like gingery blonde, I'm finding that actually warm tones are looking really great on me. I put on some cool tones the other day and I was like, wait, this doesn't look right. So maybe I'm converted to becoming a warm toned girly. Maybe it's because I needed that like warmth in my hair. My natural hair colour must be quite cool. Yeah, but now I've got this kind of warmth running through, I'm gravitating more towards warmer tones, which I thought I'd never say. And I have just air wrapped my hair and I put a new product in and I don't like how it feels, which I always just think is a waste of a hair wash and an air wrap, but here we are, we're making it work. So yeah, I was looking back at some of my makeup looks, and do you remember the latte trend that went around? Very like caramelly coffee tones. I loved that look that I did, so I want to kind of do a summery warm tone vibe. Glam vibe. It's going to be glam. We're going to have quite dewy skin, glowy skin, but yeah, with warm brown tones. I would love it if you could like and subscribe. It would mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so to start, we're going to prime. I love picking out makeup for my tutorials because I feel like I'm like going shopping in my like makeup. I think it's like fun. I'm an organised girly, so I do kind of put stuff away after I've used it. I try to like keep it as tidy as possible, otherwise it can be messy. To start, I'm going to go in with this NYX Bright Makeup Primer, and this I like to use if I want a bit of hydration and glow because it's got like glitter in, which I know might not be some people's like vibe, but it does add like that hydration as well as the glow, which I find that my skin like needs at times. And it's got a really nice smell. It's not like too overpowering. I quite like my primers to like smell. I don't think it's a product that can't have like fragrance in. I did get a bit sunburn a few weeks ago and it looks really red on camera, but it's not that red in real life. And the glitter isn't like too much. It's not like a big bits of glitter, but you can definitely see the shimmer. I'd say it's shimmer over glitter. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix in, I've got this little mini VIEVE Skin Dew, and I'm going to mix this in with my Charlotte Tilbury WONDERGLOW, which is a really nice, oh, a bit much, which is a really nice primer. Again, this has a bit of shimmer in it too, so if you're not a shimmery girl, and then yeah, the VIEVE Skin Dew. This is the mini version. They do, ooh, a bit much. I feel like I've got an awful lot on my skin right now. What on earth is going on? Okay, and I'm just going to buff all of this in with a brush. I mean, it is a good job I want to do like glowy today because I think I've just turned myself into like a bronze statue. Definitely too much product. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a different brush, like a cleaner brush, which will take off some of that product. So I like a doe foot. over squeezy tubes. I find you can really control them so much better. I'm going to do a big brush clean tomorrow, like all of them. I kind of, there's main ones that I clean regularly and some kind of just stay in the rotation. I'm kind of going in between the brushes to put some product back on and then buff it out. And yeah, we're glowing. And then for foundation, I'm just going to be going in with my Revolution Light Bright. This is basically like an elf Halo Glow stitch, but I find that it has more coverage, so I quite like it with just concealer. I think maybe adding it on top of those glowy products might be a bit overkill, but adds just a really nice veil of colour. And yeah, I find that it has a bit more like pigment than my elf Halo Glow. I don't even have the Hollywood Flawless filter anymore because I just didn't use it. I always use my elf one, and it's expensive, like so expensive. Okay, we're glowy, we're disco ball. Okay, I'm going to go in with the new Fenty concealer. This is in, what colour is in this in? 150N. And I've been really loving this and really loving this colour on me. I love the applicator. And because I'm not wearing foundation, I'm really going in with this concealer. I'm not being light with it, but it's such like a soft, creamy formula that actually you can't really tell because it's such like creamy, but it gives you coverage. I feel like this is really going to work, and I'm just buffing this out with a brush just to really keep the coverage. I'm just kind of like fluffing it out. Yeah, this concealer is just the shit. And yeah, blending with a brush takes longer. but sometimes it's just worth it. I'm just gonna dust over my burn. This concealer reminds me of the NYX. Do you know my favourite NYX one? I think I've got it here. The Bear With Me. It reminds me a lot of that. But because it's in a doe foot applicator, which NYX, if you're watching, this should be. I'm just reaching for this Fenty one more. And yeah, just spending my time buffing this in. And I feel like my skin looks 10 out of 10. For cream bronzer, I've got my XX Revolution. I love the tone of this, and I actually use this in my latte makeup look. It's almost got a bit of like a yellowy orangey tone. Like, it's not like red. It's got like this really lovely kind of, yeah, tone to it. And I'm gonna go in a little bit ham, like a little bit with this, and I'm gonna go around my forehead, over that burn. And yeah, I love the finish of this. The only thing I don't like about this is the packaging, because I don't ever take it away with me. If it was in like a slimmer packaging, like it's glass, so for saying it's like affordable, the component, can't say that word, feels luxury, but I wish it was, yeah, just a bit slimmer. And we're bronzed. My skin is literally like radiating. I'm going to use a bit of powder today because I'm not going to leave it this glowing. These blush balms, I wish they came out in more colours because this is the only colour that I like. These are the VIEVE like sunset balms. They're so sheer but like so lovely. And yeah, out of all the colours, this is my favourite. This is in Rosa. And the other colours just aren't my vibe. I love VIEVE, like it's one of my favourite makeup brands. And they have some great products, but I find, I don't know whether that's just because we've been like, feel a bit greedy with other brands. I find that they don't bring out enough shades. I would love them to expand, like do their launches, whatever, but 6 months later bring out a couple new shades. Like, I find, yeah, I would purchase more if they did that. They obviously have their like basic shades, which aren't bad, but yeah, I just want like more from them. But I'm sure there's like a reason, and things take time, like I get that. I mean, we are glowing. Right, I do have a sponge, and I've got this setting spray. This is in a Charlotte Tilbury like component, but it's actually the NYX Radiant setting spray because I hated the like sprayer and I ran out of this, so I'm just spraying the spray on my sponge, and I'm just gonna go over everything. I want everything to be kind of very skin like, just really kind of pushing everything in. But because everything is so like skin based, I felt like if I'd done this first it would have like sucked up a lot of product. Powder. Oh, I did bring out my Milk Makeup Contour, but I don't think I need it. I like what that Revolution like did. Powder, I got my Hourglass Veil Primer powder because this isn't a super matte powder. It kind of, once you've applied it and you've let it like settle in, it kind of like allows all your like natural radiance to come through, and I think that's the vibe I want today. And I'm going to use a brush. Okay, so my camera just died. I couldn't find my other battery, so I just had to charge it for a little bit. So I powdered with my Hourglass, and yeah, I love this because I find that it really just lets your like natural stuff come through. I like wouldn't use something like my Huda because it like mattifies, whereas as you can see this is just created like a veil. And then I went in with my Made by Mitchell bronzer. This is probably the darkest bronzer that I own. It's very bronzy. It's got a shimmer to it. I like a shimmery bronzer. It is a bit red tone. I wish, yeah, it was just a little bit more yellowy tone. But this is a warm look. So, yeah. I'm trying to blend in with my sunburn. I brought out highlighter. We're going full bronzy today. This is Soft and Gentle by MAC. And it's got like a warmish like colour to it, and I've just picked up like a fan brush. I've seen that Made by Mitchell has brought out like bronzy bronzers, like glowy bronzers, and I feel like that's the vibe. So I'm just adding that highlighter, my high points, my nose. Pretty. I mean, you can tell this definitely isn't like natural makeup, but my skin doesn't look super cakey. Just super glowy. Can you see all of that? But it's not like crazy. And that powder is actually, I want to put a tiny bit more on. This is my favourite powder brush. It's like little, it's not huge, it's from the Makeup by Ariel, and it's the A3.2. It is the perfect size for like powder and like precision powder. I'm just going to put a tiny bit on under here. We're going to set this down with this. So this, yeah, is the NYX Radiant Setting Spray, but in the Charlotte Tilbury like sprayer. Gonna let this all kind of sit in. I love how like bronzy I look. Like I'm feeling, yeah, I'm obsessed. I feel like this is exactly how I wanted my skin to turn out. Okay, let me zoom you in. Hi. Okay. I feel like putting my hair behind here just isn't the vibe, but I need it out of like the way. Okay, for brows, I'm using a few new bits today just because I've kind of had it hanging around and I haven't had like a chance to like use it. So I've got this Anastasia like brow, what is this called? Soft brown DIPBROW gel. Cute little component. I don't know if this is the actual size or a mini. This is in, the writing is so small. Yeah, I don't know how, but it's like little, but maybe this is the actual size of it. So I'm just gonna brush this through. And these are my favourite eyebrow gels, ones where they're a bit dry and they've got a bit of pigment in, and a tiny bit of hold. These are kind of like my go-to. So this is very similar to the Air Brow from Kosas. I'd say it's maybe a little bit drier. I really like this. Yeah, this is in soft, is it soft brown, but it's given pigment. Yeah, it looks quite dark, but I'm not mad about that. And I was gonna pencil, but I don't think I need to. Maybe just at the front, just to add like something along that front bit. Cute. Okay, so for eyes, I do have this Made by Mitchell in Bubble Trouble, and it is stunning. So if you've got Drip Drip, it's very like similar, but it's the like brownie tone. Like, can we just appreciate that? So I'm gonna go in with my eye one, and I've got this in Coffee, which is a little bit browner than Espresso. And I am just going to, I'm not gonna really prep my eyes because I'm gonna go in kind of like full with this. I've been doing this quite a lot recently. I'm really liking it. So I'm literally just using the eye ones as my like base, and then just buffing in. And they do dry down, but they give you some time, so you have time to like buff, like perfect. And then if you just want to build up a little bit more to intensify the colour, you can just go back in. It's like the easiest, smokiest eye you can do. Like, how easy. And then I am going to, underneath, I have brought out my Natasha Denona palette, and I've also got my 42 like nude palette, which is obviously like warm. I obviously love my neutral one, but this is the nude one, and yeah, it's like a bit warmer. And I want to do like a caramelly colour underneath my eye, like a, so I've got brown on top, and I don't want to do like a full brown kind of everywhere. So there's definitely some like orangey, like tan is the colour I'm using instead of caramel. Like I want to have it to be like, so you can see the difference. Can you see it's just a bit lighter? Yeah, is that the vibe we want? I'm gonna go ahead and do this other eye. So literally just like apply it on, then take your brush and just buff. You can always like draw on the shape that you kind of want to create. If you're not new here, you know sometimes I like to do kind of like a pointier look, and those eye ones are great for like mapping out. I just love the depth, the quickness, the depth, and the like blending. That's because it's a cream, it just blends out into the dream. And then again with those tan slash caramelly tones underneath. To the girlies that can do makeup without pulling faces, like all the TikTok girlies don't pull the crazy faces. All they do, and they just edit it out. I'm like, oh. Okay, now I'm gonna tight line with, this is my H&M like coal liner in like the brown. And then I'm going to take my little favourite brush, the A7, and just smoke that out. And then we're going to take some of this, yeah, double trouble. To be honest, I love this how it is. It really makes my like eyes like stand out, but I want a bit of glitter, so I'm going to put this on my hand. And I'm going to take like a flat, like fluffy brush and just saturate that, and then just, wow, put that on top. I mean, that looks stunning. Almost makes your eyes look like wet. It's not as harsh as Drip Drip, but it's still got that like moment. Yeah, I'm here for that. I want kind of like a big lash, so I've got my lash curlers. I'm not gonna wear falsies. And I've got this one size mascara, what's it called? Fantasize. This is new as well. It gives you that kind of like clumpy good lash that I like. And it's like super black. Like, do you get the vibe? The brush is quite big, so I do struggle a little to do my lower lashes, but it's not like the end of the world. And then yeah, I just need to be careful doing this. I try to just scrape off some of the excess. The one thing I don't really like about this is you get a lot of product on the wand. Like, I do have to kind of scrape off. Reminds me of the Urban Decay like Lash Freak, but like in an easier to use like brush. Okay, so here we are looking. It's giving like goldeny bombshell vibes, which I'm here for. Lastly, for lips, I'm gonna go in with this Kylie lip in Kylie. This is the lip liner, and I love the consistency of these. I would say this is like a true like brown. Been doing my lips a bit wonky recently, not on purpose. Yeah, so creamy, and just buff that with my finger a little bit, just so the edges are like a little bit buffed. I feel like I've got a very bad hair day today, which is very annoying because it's just been washed and blow dried, but it's just not not conforming. And then we're going to go in with Mannequin from Jeffree Star. And it's kind of got a bit of a pinky hue to it, which we don't want. So I'm going to go in with my Illamasqua in Obsess. Yeah. And if you put this, is like a really like cool brown. I love the tone that Mannequin and this create together. Like, I think it's a really nice, not overly orange brown. And then if I want to add any darkness, I go in with my VIEVE in Bark. Outline the very edge. Just to like extra contour. And here we have it. This is kind of like my updated, my hair's just crazy. My like updated, elevated, latte, warm tone, glowy, summery, all the words makeup look. I think my skin looks stunning. I'm obsessed with the eyes. I think they just look like, I love the warmth underneath my eyes. Yeah, and this lip combo, and now I've got a bit more of warmer hair. Been loving. So yeah, happy with this look. Let me know what you think. Like always, I'll link everything down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, hopefully see you again super soon.